being groomed for one another.
We knew we needed an extraordinary love to withstand past relationship experiences, everyday bad choices, and our past hurts.
It is clear that we were brought together as one for a purpose. And as we share our love story, we pray that from our experiences, you can gain positive takeaways to use in your own life and relationship.
I'm back in the groove because I love that beat.
Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Hello. Your boy is back up and moving again. Got my lovely wife right here next to me. Hello, everybody, with LoveByrds. Welcome to another informative and exciting episode of Conversations with the LoveByrds. I'm William Bird.
It's informative and exciting. I'm Darlene Bird, guys. We're your LoveByrds.
Exciting.
Together we love people and we love love.
And we love
you. So
That's
we
our
want to
motto.
thank you for joining us today. We're going to ask you to go ahead and like and share.
Absolutely.
And tag somebody in.
Subscribe to Feel Good Talk.
Subscribe to Feel
Mind, Body,
Good
Soul
Talk.
Business on Facebook, YouTube, and all the
And all the
streaming
good stuff.
platforms. Yes.
Yes.
Where you can enhance your life
Ooh.
by coming on board and following our Feel Good Talk family. How
That's
about
right.
that?
That's right. In every
What's up?
aspect of
In
your
every
life.
aspect of
yes,
your
we
life.
got we cater
We
to
got
the whole person.
finances, the whole
We
person.
cater to the
Love,
whole person.
relationships, your health and well-being. That's what we do over here at Feel Good Talk.
That's right.
It's a great part of, great family to be a part of.
Yeah.
When I thank our CEO, CFO, Chuck Brakely.
That was too many O's.
Behind there, that's right, because he
There was a
is
lot of
the official officer.
That was a lot. That was a whole
Chuck
lot
B,
of
that's
O's.
my main man going down behind the screen.
Hold on, let me
Thanks,
share.
Chuck.
Let me share. We're asking you to like and
Yes.
share.
While we do
Join us
Did I
now for Conversations with the LoveByrds.
Yes.
Yay!
What we've been talking about on Conversations?
So tag somebody in, say, hey, the LoveByrds are on, let's listen to the LoveByrds. If you're in a
Yeah.
relationship, tag your partner and say, hey, let's do this.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Because we choose to do it. So
And if you're there, let us know you're here. Say hello to us.
let's do it till you're satisfied.
Yeah. And let's join in for another
Yes.
episode of Conversations with the LoveByrds.
Right.
Yay!
Well, we're continuing our conversation to talk about this one phrase that I got to bring up because Darlene says it to me all the time. And I just thought it was so imperative that we kind of break it down a little bit more for how it kind of works for us in our life and our relationship. And I think it's so imperative that we kind of put it out there and share some of the things we do to maintain that.
That's all we're doing.
That's all
we
we're
just
doing.
have conversations with you about what
That's
we
it.
do
That's all.
and topics that come up for us and how we handle things, and we share in hopes that it would encourage you
Absolutely.
to kind of strengthen your life and your relationship.
That's what they call it.
That's what it's all about.
Y'all have to I have to apologize for my voice. Your boy is just getting over a bout with pneumonia.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it had him down. Man down.
Yes.
Man down.
Man
down.
I was 2 weeks, man, 2.5 weeks. What's happening, Mr. Brown? How you doing today, sir?
Hey, sir.
All right.
Every time you said, I'm up, I'm feeling better, I'm getting better. Yeah, hour later, your butt was back in the bed with hot sweats, fever.
Boy, he was hurt.
Thankfully,
Yes.
came through that.
Yep.
Still got the little cough, the
Little
little voice,
man
but
voice,
we're on the way.
We're on the man.
Just
She
to-
got it a
just
little
to-
bit, but
Yeah, it tried to jump on me.
tried
y'all.
to jump on her, but
Had to fight it
she
too.
fought it off.
Yeah, yep.
Thanks, Chuck.
Yep,
Yep.
just
for
bouncing
the
back,
advice.
just
Yep,
in
just
time
bouncing
for
back.
for upcoming vacation. How about that?
Can't
How
wait.
about that?
On our way out,
Yeah.
man.
So yeah. So thanks for joining.
Yep.
Go ahead and make sure you like and share and let folks know that we're on. And we're talking about. You're supposed to tell them what we're talking about.
I
Baby.
did. I said we're talking about the phrase that I thought was so good. You
Did
you
I
always
say
tell
to
me
you?
that.
But you didn't
I
tell them what
choose you.
Oh, you did. Okay.
I choose you as our topic. We're
I
back. We're still in that
choose
vein
you.
because we didn't get a chance to cover everything last time. Plus, there were some
Yeah.
other segments that we wanted to include in
Yeah.
that discussion. So we're going to bring that to you today.
Yeah, our last episode, if you missed it, go back and watch that one. It was
catch
I
that.
Choose You. And we talked about how a healthy relationship is all about your choices. It's all about making the right choices
Exactly.
in your relationship. And we talked about your relationship looks like your choices.
Yes.
The choices that you both have decided to make. So a healthy relationship looks like is the result of making healthy choices, or choices that would make your relationship a priority. So, and we have some things that we've chosen, and they're kind of overarching principles that we choose, and we shared those last time.
Yes.
So if you missed it, go back and get
we can cover
and get
them
that
now if you
pot.
want.
Sure, I'll touch them real quick. So we just really made 5 choices.
5 choices. 5
as
good
overall
choices too.
Principles for our relationship. And the first choice was peace.
We choose peace.
Yeah, choose peace. You know that's a choice.
Time is
do you even know that?
Serenity.
Do you even know that that's a choice?
Yes.
You know, some couples, I'm like, do you know that peace?
Hey, Aunt Debbie.
Peace is a choice. Hey, Aunt Debbie.
Happy anniversary, Aunt Debbie.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
we miss T-Mac.
Yes, we do.
Happy anniversary. So hey, Aunt Debbie. So one of the things that we choose in our relationship is peace.
Yes.
We choose peace. And it plays out so you don't realize how many opportunities you have to choose peace or not choose peace in any given day. Just in the way that you respond, in the way that you don't respond, in the way that you get up to do some action. It's just we choose peace. And you probably have heard me say this probably on every episode. So when we get into something that's a little deep, is where does that fall on a scale of 1 to 10? Everything is not a 9. Everything is not a 10. So where does this fall on a scale of 1 to 10? If it's not a 9 or a 10 or 8, you should be choosing peace. You should be choosing peace. Still standing on the love I chose. Using my phone. Yes. What you choose and standing on it. Peace is imperative. Absolutely, Tony Brown. So we choose peace. Everything is not a 10, a level 9, or level 10. Most things in the grand scheme of things are very low. So choose peace. Laugh at it. Don't say it at all. If they'll come around and get to it on their time, but probably not yours, then just let it go. Choose peace.
Also in that vein of choosing peace, choosing to apologize, choosing to forgive, choosing to be genuinely forgiving in your words and your actions, all resets the dial and sets the relationship peace.
We had a real good conversation about that on the podcast. So I hope you go back and listen to that.
Choose peace.
We talked about how somebody's got to be the one.
Exactly.
Somebody's got to be the one to let peace in. Somebody's got to be the one to let God in. Who's going to be the one because we could be pig-headed, we could be hard-headed, we could be stubborn. We both want to win, and that's not healthy because you having to win means that the other person has to lose, and that's not what we're in this for.
We're in it for the win-win.
Win-win.
Yes.
You both can't be on the same mad page.
No, that's what
it does. People do it, and it can last for days, and the doors are slamming, and the cabinets are slamming.
The sooner you can get, that one of you can get to that place
who's gonna be the one
to bring the peace about, the sooner you get to
both of y'all on page 11, mad page. Somebody got to go to page 12.
That's page 13.
Who's gonna turn the page? Somebody got to be the one.
Somebody got to turn the page.
So we choose peace. That's one of the main
humility.
things.
It's called humility.
Yeah, choosing peace is great. We're gonna handle things. How can I get on one accord? Exactly. Choosing peace.
Very
and listen. Good. Hey, listen. There's in the beginning we had to work that. We had to it's for me, everything's training, if you ask me, but for me it was like training. It's like, listen, I'm on your team. I'm on your team. Let's look at this thing over there together and see how we can solve it. We can solve it together.
That was good,
right. So
because I was so used to that argumentative style of just that lifestyle. It was just embedded in me kind of deep. So that choosing me and choosing to be on the same team and choosing on the same side kind of changed my thinking, started putting me in the right direction and getting that all cleared up. And
but hey,
I'm much better now. I ain't going to say, I'm working on it. I'm still working
that
progress.
Alignment. There's that alignment. Fatima's talking about, I love you, I want to be in right alignment with you, baby. That is us. That's right. We called it rhythm. Remember we had the podcast, we talked about rhythm.
Are you in rhythm or out?
We want to be in rhythm. Yeah, so peace is, listen, you can choose peace. And at this age and stage, listen, we don't want the struggle. We don't want the fights. We don't want the argument. We just want clean, healthy, happy. Hey, don't be messing with the
way
peace.
in the fourth quarter, man. You trying to...
There's enough of that.
Listen, I don't even want to start no more. You can go ahead and go in the field.
That's one of the things that we chose.
We too late in the game, huh? I'm saying.
You know what else we chose?
What's that? Oh yeah, we chose acceptance.
We chose to accept each other.
Oh yeah,
we
acceptance was good. Acceptance was big for me.
Accepting each other on and how we're different, and how we were raised different, and how our lives were different, and we choose to accept that. Hey, that is what it is. I mean, you did what you did. I mean, you came up the way you came up, and those choices. So we accept all of that as the person and the differences, because sometimes the differences can bring the spice.
Yeah, and you know what? A lot of the differences you don't. And this is a testament to long and lasting relationships. A lot of differences don't come out till late in the game either.
Yeah.
And then that's where those choices become, just because you're able to do it, you don't have to do it, and just because you're all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Are you going to choose to do that, or are you going to choose the relationship?
Come on now.
I'm sorry, I jumped
you're
ahead.
good.
That was a big jump.
No, it wasn't. No, we chose peace. That was one of our 5. We chose peace. We chose acceptance. We chose serving. I'm going to even call it out-serving.
We chose out-serving.
Out-serving for us, for the LoveByrds, is anticipating and constantly caring for the other one. So if I'm constantly feel like I'm cared for because of the way he serves me, and he feels like he's constantly being cared for because of the way I serve him, we got it all covered. So serving, or in our language is out-serving, is one of the things that we chose to do. We chose to serve each other and out-serve each other.
You're right. Tony Brown says acceptance is challenging, but it's doable.
Yeah.
That you would not believe, Tony. I can listen, Tony. I swear. You just now spoke. You boy, you was like the Holy Spirit on that one right there.
Acceptance is challenging. You got it, baby.
Excuse me. Yes, I'm sorry. I still got it.
But it's doable.
But it's doable. That's the main
what?
thing. It's doable. Yep.
And
say it.
Not just in your relationships, but just in life. Like when I'm dealing with somebody, I have to always, and I say this all the time, I wouldn't say it that way, but that's not me. You have to accept the way that they say it, the way that they do things, the way that they don't do things is them.
Listen, what you say? That's sometimes Billy Bird gonna be Billy Bird.
Listen, Billy Bird. Sometimes he just gonna be Billy Bird.
I can't help it.
Listen.
Billy Bird.
I don't even listen. I can't.
I always mean it in good intention.
Yeah, Billy. Yeah.
It just don't turn out that way sometimes.
Listen, y'all. Billy Bird did some Billy Bird stuff. That's all I can say. And I'm good, unless it messes with something that's a 9 or a 10 to me.
You still
my
choose
safety,
me,
my security, and all that.
You still choose me.
I still choose your big head. Crazy about you. Crazy about you.
Take that one.
But Billy Bird gonna be Billy Bird. Sometimes I give people fair warning, especially if he's overly excited. Let me tell y'all, he's super excited. It's gonna come out in some type of way. I don't know how, but it's gonna come out. It has to be expressed. So, and hey, I know it, and I accept that. So so we chose peace. We choose accepting. We chose serving. We choose God. We choose to please God.
We're not gonna pass over that.
We choose to please God. Yep. We choose to please God, and that's a choice that we've made. We felt like we needed something bigger than ours. Listen, because I need. Because if I'm doing what I want to do, and Billy Bird is doing what Billy Bird want to do,
that's not a good.
We gonna have some issues.
We gonna have a lot of issues, boy. Dog.
Yeah, so we need something bigger than ourselves.
Yeah, hey, listen, I Debbie, you're correct. Dar will be Dar, because that's who. And
I have to know that Billy's different. He's not me, so he doesn't always think the way that I think and things like that. And then the last thing was we chose equal consideration. So that was our 5, right? All right, we chose equal consideration. Yep. You know what that means? That
without exception.
We defer to each other. You know what that means? Choosing equal consideration, that what he wants is not more important than what I want, and what I want is not more important than what he wants. So that equal consideration, you know what that means? We consider each other. We ask each other, what do you think? Is this okay? What do you want? What do you need?
We just went through 10 different things just
We
now.
include.
That we had to do that on one. We sure did.
But that's part of doing life together.
Yeah.
You know,
I know,
that's
no,
part of
exactly,
having a partner and feel like you're not doing everything by yourself and alone. Because I it's that. So that's the part where that whole coming together.
That ain't gonna happen, man.
Ain't gonna happen. So yeah, so those were
Yes,
those
yeah,
are our five.
those were the five that we
They're
chose,
kind of
yes.
foundational principles for
Yes.
us for our relationship.
At this point, yeah.
Those were the five.
Very
And we
much
kind of
so.
talked about those. So, but you know, just this whole concept of I choose you, and then let's layer on top of the I choose you. Let's layer on top of that.
Lay it on me.
I choose us.
Hmm.
We used to say we love us.
We used to say we love us.
We used to
That
say
used
that
to
a lot
be-
in our first couple of years. We love us.
Oh, we chant.
And what
we
do
love
we
it?
and what do we really mean when we say we love us?
That we love the journey that we were on. We love the call and the mission that our relationship had brought about. We loved. You said it best. I like who I am with and when I'm with you.
The togetherness.
The
Who we
togetherness,
are together.
Oh, it has so when I thought about it, and this is kind of the stuff that I thought about when I thought, let's talk about this I choose you and we choose us kind of idea. It just meant so many things.
Yeah.
So many things.
Yeah. So yeah, we used to say, you know, we love us. No, I love me by my, you know, I love me.
Yeah.
Very but together, that us part, that what we can do together,
Yes.
and who we are as a team is what I love. Like
That's
you
what
know,
I saw before we even became us.
you did.
I was like, I was loving us where you did. Can
Where I
you
was
see
like,
that? I was loving us way before we were really in us. Because remember, Darlene didn't go with me.
No, I'm not going with you. I'm not your girlfriend. Don't
Not
take
your
my
girlfriend.
picture.
Don't take my picture.
No, I'm
Don't
good.
post
I'm
nothing.
good.
But you know what?
But you saw the vision.
I saw the vision.
You saw the vision of what we could be together.
Yes.
And that whole, when I say, you know, I love us, I love who you've caused me to be, what you've pulled out of me. And some of my girlfriends that really know me, they were trying to explain to you, I don't even think you really got it, but you, because you were saying, oh no, you know that's Dar. Dar is all that. She's amazing. She's boom, boom, boom. They were like, no, you don't understand what you created or what you brought out of her. So you brought the girl out of me. You brought the girlfriend out of me. You brought the beauty or the pretty or or the fallback. No, because I had to handle business. I had to handle a lot of responsibility from an early age, and it was
and not being aware of your own beauty.
and I was last. I
your
was
own
last. Who
ability.
cares how
I
I
don't think you
feel? I
were.
had stuff to
Not
do. I had
confident.
responsibility. I had confident. I didn't feel. I don't know.
Appreciated
I
is
didn't
the
feel
one word
appreciated.
that I would-
didn't feel beautiful.
Yeah.
I didn't feel cared for or served in any way. And I think it shows when all the family talks about my smile like that. Oh my God, I love her smile. I never seen her smile so much, and just the peace in the smile and all that came. And I love that you bring out the fun and the playfulness that I never knew. And you probably love that I give you kind of the structure and the planning and some of the things that you know. And so together it just works.
Hey,
Look at
Tony,
me.
that's a true statement because that's what really what I saw in us and Darlene made a better me for sure.
Wow.
I really kind of transformed. I was already on the path of a kind of a transformation at that point in time, but this was like the nitro to the fuel system once Darlene came into the picture, and that fuel and ignited me to even overaccomplish. I mean, I can't say overaccomplish because there's some things, but I even surprised myself in a lot of things. Being committed to the I choose us or we choose us or I choose you. And choosing Darlene, I chose to do a lot of things. No, I chose not to do a lot of things. Let's say that.
Yeah.
So, very good, Tony. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
great point.
So I choose us, you know, it's a simple phrase, but it's a power pack phrase. To say I choose us, that means if I'm choosing something, that means I'm not choosing something, right? I'm choosing us.
Yep.
And so it's power packed. It's a lifestyle message.
Yeah.
You know, people can hook up, people can get married, they can say I do, and then forget what they promised. I don't even remember what we promised. What did we promise when we were standing there? I don't know.
I don't know. We promised Deuteronomy.
I don't know what we
was
promised.
promised.
I remember you grabbed my hand and said, "You better listen. You better listen."
Yeah, I had to tell Darlene
listen
on
to
the
these
altar
vows.
to pay attention.
I was
She was googly eyed looking at me. I said, "Are you listening?" I literally said to her at the altar, "Are you paying attention to what this man is
You
saying?"
look so nice. It's like, oh,
Y'all
look at
think
you.
that's
You look
that's
so
a
nice.
true story. I had to say, Darlene, are you paying attention?
No, so the vows, I mean, we could forget those vows. What did we vow? I don't know.
Yes,
But-
true story.
But
I believe you. If you said you forgot that, I believe you because
But-
you was staring at me over. I don't know where your eyes were. I had to bring you back.
yeah, you did. You told me I better pay attention.
I
This
said,
is
Darlene,
serious.
are you
These
paying
vows
attention?
you
This
doing
is
right.
right. This is right there. You just did. I just said, excuse me, sir. Wait a minute, Darlene. Are you paying attention? And
That was
good.
funny.
That was funny.
That's fine. We got to pull a video back out. Look at that.
Absolutely.
Anyway, we can forget to
Okay.
choose to
Okay.
give
I'm
our
sorry.
partners, make our partners more of a priority. When
Right.
when other people come up, other things come up, we can forget to make our partner the priority.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're not proactive and constantly monitoring and paying attention
Yes.
and making it a priority, you can look up and be just roommates. More than partners, and more than working together, planning together, doing things together. You can look up and just be
Deep in on your
roommates.
way out.
Let's trust. I've been there. I've been there.
Deep
to where
in
it feels
on
like we're
your
just
way
roommates.
out.
We're just roommates under the same roof, passing.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I've
Pretty
been
much.
there.
Yep.
And that's when you're not proactive. You're not paying attention. You're not making the relationship.
Hey, no,
a
oh, you know
priority.
what though? You know, I'm always busting in. But not that those stones, because we've come across those times when things seem like they're getting stagnant and we're over there, she's over there, I'm over here, the job got me over here, or work or church got her over there, and sometimes we got to step back and say,
Yeah.
hey, hold tight, everybody.
It's easy. It's
It's
easy to do
yeah,
because
we need a minute.
you don't even notice until you're deep in
Until
it.
you're
To
deep
like,
in,
wait a minute,
yep.
are we call it rhythm?
Yep.
Are we in rhythm?
Yep.
We seem to be, passing each other. We're both extremely busy on both ends.
Mm-hmm.
You even come back and say, have I been neglecting you? I feel like we haven't touched base.
Mm-hmm.
And so just acknowledging that
Yes.
is a great thing.
Yeah.
Even if we can't do anything about it in this moment,
Yeah,
like
just acknowledging
just
it,
like
yes.
yesterday, like you got these 3 in it, you're trying to get this project done on vacation. I'll see you in a couple of days.
It's that
But-
care and concern.
But just acknowledging that, we're not our rhythm is not where
Yeah.
it normally is.
And
We
it's
have
that,
a lot
like,
going
I'm
on.
not choosing this over you. I'm
Right.
choosing this because I am choosing us. Yeah.
Right.
I'm choosing to work extra hours, or I need to get down to the church and get this because this is going to make us happy, make me happy because you got things to do.
Right.
Make sure everything's going
Right.
smooth.
But
down
we
there.
connect
So-
and we understand
And we
that.
understand
And
it,
so
yes.
that's what is the good part about it is even though we have to understand that, hey, sometimes there's those seasons, sometimes there's those weeks, and that, we have a lot going on. Life be out here lifing for us, y'all. We had
Where's
some
she
deaths and some funerals, and we didn't have life
yes.
be lifing for us,
Oh.
but we still acknowledge that we're not at where we usually are. We got to get back to us,
Yeah.
and then we'll come running back to us. Or we just have a moment. Like we had our hot tub moment the other day, and it was just a pause with everything that's going on. Let's take an hour and let's just, And I said, I feel like the hot tub was kind of had us trapped. Like, you can't move, I can't move. We got
Yeah.
to sit right here
Yeah.
and just let the jets do their thing and look at each other and spend a minute
Yeah,
together.
we needed
So-
a debrief for real. For real.
yeah.
That's
So,
it.
and we hope that in your relationships that you
Mm-hmm.
continue to fight. If you feel the pulling apart, and you
Yeah.
feel the distance, that you kind of scurry back
Yeah.
to each other.
Hey,
yeah.
Bern. Good
Yeah.
to see you,
So,
Bern.
So
How you
so
doing?
we're talking about. Hey, Bern. Hey. So we're talking about I choose us. We talked about I choose you. Now we're talking about I choose us, and what that means when you say I choose us. That whole phrase, what it really means
is choosing.
What it really means under I choose us.
We choose us to be the priority.
It means, you know what it says to me?
Talk to me.
It says, I choose to set aside other options. I choose to set aside other possibilities. That's what it says to me. When you say I choose us, that means I'm choosing to set aside other options and possibilities.
Cousin Rich. 100
My
Rich.
choice.
Condolences to the family, Rich.
Yeah. My choice may not be what I would choose when I was single. When I'm saying I choose us.
Yeah.
That means I'm choosing this over my singleness.
Okay.
Right?
I get that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just because I can do what I want to do, doesn't mean that I should when I'm choosing us. Does that make sense? I feel like
I get it. No,
I'm trying
I
to piece
see
it
what
together.
You're saying. One of the things I started when I thought about what do I choose, or what do we choose when we say we really choose us, like what we can like we choose to protect one each other, protect one another. I was thinking along the lines like what do we kind of like do, or I mean, like what does that really mean? What does that really, when we say we choose acceptance and all that stuff and all that kind of stuff, we choose the big piece, like what do we really
What does
do?
it look like?
What
It
does
looks
it
like
look
it looks like everyday choices and decisions.
Yeah.
You know, like when you're saying I choose us, when I said it means that I'm choosing to set aside things that I would do. Like for example, when I was single, maybe I did certain things when I was
Okay.
single and it was fine
Right.
with me. Or maybe I was close to certain people. But that doesn't mean that that's what's best for our relationship.
Yeah.
So now I have to make choices about the things that I do, because I'm not just considering myself and saying, hey, I'm big enough and grown enough to do whatever I want to do. That's just me. Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
I'm now working toward this partnership. So I'm considering the other person's, how they would feel about things and things like that. And I'm building, right?
Right. Okay.
So I think the best way to talk about it is this. There are
we're making the
choices
choices that's going to benefit.
there you are.
It's going to benefit
Yes,
us in a relationship.
That.
It's going to benefit us as persons. It's going to benefit us in our growth.
Yes.
I like the idea of by making these choices, there are repercussions to the choices. Let's add that tag in where from the choices that we make, what are the repercussions? Because sometimes we make those choices so that because we've gone through life lessons and they've taught us that these choices they're probably not going to work out best for us or be in our best interest. So making that, I'm saying, making those choices, we also choose to be better, I guess.
Exactly.
That's what I want to say.
So there are certain past, you may have had some things that were priority, hey Izzy, that were priority for you in the past that you shouldn't drag into your present life and relationship, right? So, when we talk to people and we hear some of the things that their partners do that are hurtful, okay? And some of it comes from going back to what they did or what they were comfortable doing, but now we're in this relationship, those things should change. For example, how they use money or how they use credit.
Yeah.
They may have had habits, financial habits that they did when they were single, that now that you come together as a partner, that those things you have to choose us,
They got to go.
not choosing what you did
That's good,
before
baby. That's
with
good.
your money or with your credit. We're choosing us now. We're choosing our plans, our goals. We're building together,
Yes.
and we're not choosing selfish things or
Very
priorities.
good word, selfishness.
Selfish. So we're
not
being-
choosing selfishness. Yes.
Yeah, we're
Yes.
choosing us.
That's a great word. What was that? Oh, I know, but no.
You
That's a
can-
great word. because in this, I choose
not
us.
even- I'm not even gonna
We're
charge
not
you.
choosing selfishness.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not
what
gonna
we-
charge you extra.
You gonna
For that.
charge
No
me?
extra charge. That's free.
Okay,
I'm
I'm
just,
gonna charge you.
I'm just gonna throw that one in.
I'm
gonna
gonna
throw that
charge
one
you.
in.
I charge you for
Being
it.
mindful that we need to change. Come on now, Fatima.
Yes.
So what about stuff like
Beneficial
substances?
to exactly.
Substances, alcohol. How your relationship with alcohol when you were single may look different than your relationship with alcohol now that you are partnering with someone with marijuana.
Yes.
Your relationship with that might look a little different. When you're single and you're in your singleness, it may look one way than when you're now with a partner and you're building together with a partner. It may look a little different. Pills, whatever the substances are.
Yes.
You may have to look at that. Some people are making choices that are seriously hurting some of the relationships. What else? Cell phones. How they use their cell phones.
Good
When you were single, yeah. And then now that you're in a relationship, how are you using? Are you still on it all day, all night long? Are you putting it down? Social media. Are you DMing people behind the scenes and having conversations that are behind the scenes, because I don't want them to be in front of the scenes, so they're behind the scenes and having those conversations in the DM when you're in a relationship. Are you trolling with the likes and the loves and just loving everything and just loving
Where's
everything?
My love? You ain't giving up no love to me.
In social media. So just some of these behaviors and choices that we're talking about when we say I choose us. Okay, Fatima says, yes, I'm picky about substances. I have my absolutes on that level. My trauma from watching that destroy people, I can't even do it at all. I wouldn't even date a smoker.
Oh, wow.
And Fatima, I've had some trauma with that too as a young girl growing up, and the oldest. And I've had some trauma with what some substances have done, I feel like, to me. I feel like it was causing people to make irresponsible choices that were leaving me vulnerable. So I've had some trauma with that too. And so I'm a stickler for certain things. I understand that people are different from me, but I know me and I know what. And if you're back to considering people, like who just said that, Tony, was saying being intentional and considerate. And empathy for your partner makes you be more considering. Yes, it does. So now understanding your partner's trauma, Fatima, understanding your trauma should affect the choices that your partner is making in your relationship if they're choosing you, if they're choosing the us part. That's very good. Very good.
Yes,
Very good. Right.
absolutely.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Because some people are just ripping apart their relationships one choice at a time. One choice at a time.
Yes.
Yep. So a great relationship doesn't happen because of love that you had in the beginning. But how well you continually build that love and build that love and build that love to the end.
Long and lasting
Private friends are
relationships
not going to
take
work. We got to get we friends more and a couple friends a bit more and keep the respectful long-term friends. Absolutely. Absolutely. Couples don't often discuss the substances. Listen, you have to talk about those substances. What, ask open questions. Tell me about your relationship with alcohol. Tell me about it.
Yep.
How often do you drink? Do you drink every day? Is it every night? Tell me about your relationship with marijuana and why. And so we have to have these conversations about these things. They're uber important.
Very.
Uber important to have these conversations. So yeah, all
Love
of this.
the
This
comments,
has been good
guys.
stuff.
Great comments. Absolutely.
Good
Great comments.
stuff.
Yes, I'm sitting here reading the comments. You guys are on point, man. Absolutely.
So you may have enjoyed doing some things
What's
as
up,
a
Tanner
single
Life?
person.
Ty Ricks, I'm sorry I didn't mention you, my brother. We love you, man. We love you, Ty.
Yeah.
You the hard. Ty Ricks is the hardest working man out there. I'm telling
He
you.
be going
Tanner
hard.
Life doing a thing.
He be going hard.
Every day, all day, 24/7, 365, Tanner Life in the building. Trust me.
Keep doing what you're doing with the
Love
right,
you
with the
guys,
right
man.
heart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So listen, if you enjoy doing some things as a single person, but those things cause separation in your relationship, you want to double check those things. You want to double check those
Yes.
things. Because, let's be in it to win it.
Yes. Hey, listen, we chose it, and we didn't choose to be live parallel lives and be her over there and me over here. We chose our life as to be a part of a union. And we stick to that. We stick to what we need to do to keep it a union. And don't get me wrong, I don't want to throw stones and everything or, say that the grass is green or we perfect or anything like that. But just by choosing to make some of the decisions that we make kind of steer us away and out of those kind of danger zones.
You look like your decisions
Exactly.
in your relationship.
We look like our decisions.
Like
True
the decisions
story.
that you're making in those relationships. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's, I don't. An open transparency community. Very good.
Absolutely.
Very good. So we don't give you scriptures a lot, but here's one.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Boyd. Check Boyd out.
What? Do we got one? Boyd?
Yeah. So we've been.
Boyd, I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to speak to you at church the other day. We was kind of busy. Things are going crazy. You already know.
Yeah.
But listen, man, my man, we gonna get together real soon. Trust me.
So we've been talking about these choices that we're making. If we're choosing, our last podcast we talked about I choose you. This one we're talking about I choose us.
Yes.
And what does that mean when we say I choose us? That's what we've been talking about. And it's been a great conversation. But essentially, when you say I choose us, you're choosing to set aside other options and other possibilities. Yep. You're choosing to do what's best for the us, not for the I.
Priority.
Yeah, making us the priority, the partnership of building together. So that's what we've been talking about, and not dragging in some past stuff that we did. All right. Yeah. So I don't give you scriptures a lot. I like to preach the gospel without using words, kind of as our mottos, kind of lifestyle evangelism. But I know the word. I
love when you came out. She says I'm a lifestyle evangelist.
I do. Listen, I don't want to tell you nothing. I want you to see the way I live, basically. But there is a scripture that has been foundational for me personally, and it's 1 Corinthians 10:23. It says, "Everything is permissible, but not everything is beneficial." And I know I browbeat my kids over the head with this scripture. Everything is permissible, but not everything is beneficial. There are a lot of things that you can do, and you're big enough and bad enough to do it. But just because it's permissible, some things might be lawful. I mean, they're changing laws every day, but that doesn't mean that it's beneficial. Everything, it might be permissible, but to me, everything is not constructive. Everything, some things might be lawful, but that doesn't mean that they're helpful.
That's right.
Some things might be permissible, but that doesn't mean that they build up. Some of these things tear down, right? So that's just one of my favorite foundational scriptures. And I used to tell my kids all the time, that's not for us. We don't do that. Even though they see everybody else doing it, that's not for us. We don't do that. So it's that whole thing about everything being permissible, but not everything is beneficial. What good comes out of that?
Right.
Beneficial means it's benefiting, right? And when we're talking about the choosing us, are we choosing things that are beneficial? Are we choosing things that are constructive, that are helpful? And there's a lot of things we can do, and a lot of things we're big enough and bad enough to do.
Yes.
And a lot of things people can say, well, that's just me. Well, why just be you when you can be better? So that's just, it's just, we should be choosing us. If not, I don't want it. I don't want it. So not to kind of be preachy, but it's just a principle. Just because you can do something, and just because you used to do something before we got together, doesn't mean that it's the most beneficial thing to do right now. So weigh your choices, basically saying. And if you guys are in agreement, great. Agreement is great.
Yes.
Agreement is great. Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's power in agreement, especially on direction and things like that. So anyway, so Zig Ziglar has a quote. It goes something like in your relationship, seeds that are already in your relationship, seeds of success are already in your relationship. But he also says that seeds of failure are also in your relationship.
Absolutely.
So the choice boils down to which seeds get fed, get watered, and get cultivated. And so it just boils down to that. And you can look at the relationship and see if the right seeds have been cultivated to make a beautiful relationship or
Yes.
not. The miserable marriages, they have not. Yeah. So, okay.
Which seeds are you cultivating?
Yeah.
I like that part, baby.
Yeah. And so when you're choosing us, that's what we're talking about. You're choosing, again, if you're choosing something, you're not choosing something, right?
Yeah, choices mean you're not choosing. You're choosing and you're not choosing.
Yeah, so you know what that means.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to say no to hanging out with some of the friends. Sometimes you have to say no to being posted up on Barstool. Ladies, sometimes you have to say no to some of the girls' night outs or some of those girls' trips, and sometimes you got to say no to some overtime or some projects or some things. Even if it's something that may make money, is this good for us? Is this where we need to be?
Yeah.
I mean, this type of situation may have you out late in certain situations where, you know, certain things play at certain time of night. And so is this what's best for
Just
us
drawing
if you're
suspicion.
choosing
Yes.
just cracking the door for all
Yes,
kinds
you
of
just crack. That's just cracking the door.
all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So,
Ain't
yeah.
cracking no doors over here.
Yeah. So you may have to say no to some of those things and work intentionally on choosing us. If you're choosing us, where is the evidence?
Yes.
Where's the evidence that you're choosing us?
That's a good.
You know, I
that's
tell
a
him,
good point.
yeah, that's free too.
That's,
We ain't gonna charge
I
you
know.
that. But
That's
yes,
looking like your choices, though. The evidence is in what you say.
you know, I used to teach.
I mean, sometimes people get away with, but eventually it's gonna come. Whether it comes out in the dark, it'll come out.
I used to
comes out in the
teach
light,
about managing your time and managing your priority. And if something is a priority, there should be evidence. Where's the evidence? When I look at your bank account, I should see evidence of what's your priority. I will see evidence of what's your priority,
Pretty much.
whether it's what you think is your priority or not. I will see it when I look at your time and I look at your money. I see the evidence of what is a priority for you.
Yes.
And so so it should. If your relationship is a priority, I should see that in your time and in your money, right?
Yes.
If you are making
Very good.
making those choices. I don't know. I feel like I'm preaching tonight.
There you go, Gary. You tell you listen. That's preach.
I want to be preachy tonight. I want to be preachy tonight.
Absolutely. Tell it like it is, honey.
Yeah.
Tell it like. Listen, this open and candid conversation is what we're talking about, y'all. The real
No,
deal.
I ain't preaching to nobody.
Well, we don't
I'm
want to
just
preach
sharing-
to
I'm just
nobody.
sharing what
We don't
do,
come on
what
to
we
feel
think.
good talk to preach.
Yeah,
We
I
come
wanna
on
do
to
that.
teach and talk.
Yeah.
Talk and teach.
All right.
Learn.
Okay.
Remember what you always say? We're lifelong
Learners.
So we keep.
We're gonna take a break and we're
going.
gonna come back with a bird seed. Thanks, you guys, for hanging with us.
Absolutely.
Don't leave.
Don't leave.
We're gonna come
Give
back.
it to us, Chuck.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, y'all, we're back. Thanks for staying with us. Hey, listen, don't forget, go to love-birds.com. Get yourself a copy of the LoveByrds story, how the class clown and the class president, there we are in the back, Darlene and William Byrd, how the class clown and the class president develop an extraordinary love. Yes, you can go to Amazon, you can go to our webpage and get yourself a copy. Listen, they're still flying off the shelves. The LoveByrds story is still doing great. It's still doing great things. Once again, the book is set up like a workbook so you can evaluate and kind of test yourself in where you are in your relationship. We want to also thank Feel Good Talk and the Feel Good Talk family for giving us this platform. It's such an awesome platform. We want to thank Chuck once again for being behind the glass, running this whole thing right now. And we just your LoveByrds. We love you guys, man. We're back. Listen, we're back. And your boy is back.
Yes, thank God you're back.
Boy, I
healthy.
swear to goodness,
That
because
pneumonia had him
that
down.
pneumonia had our brother struck.
So
Yes.
the bird seed.
Can I get it off
for
the
this
bird
week.
seed? Bird seed for this week. We're going to come from the Bible again for the bird seed. We don't do it much. We don't do it often. But we thought that
I'm
you're not going to use it. That's my favorite. Okay.
We'll share it when we get done
Okay, when we get done.
with each other. we'll go back over it.
Okay. That's
Here's
cool.
the bird seed for this.
Here we go. Reinvented bird seed. You're getting a new bird seed because I was geared up for this one.
We're talking about
I choose you.
I choose you, and then
We choose us.
we took it a step further and layered that to I choose us.
Yes.
So choosing the us.
Yes.
We used to say earlier in our relationship that we love us, and the us of the coming together of us. We love who we are together as a unit.
Yes.
Who we are as a
gotta
unit.
Look good. We need to look good as a unit. We said this. This is like when we first. We said we committed to that. We was like
that's our Kevin Hart. That's our Kevin Hart stuff.
Yo, we need to look good as a unit. That's a true story. We did so many
That's what
things.
Kevin Hart was talking about his whole
I
family.
know, yeah.
He's like, we just didn't
We
look
didn't
good
look
as
good
a
as a
unit.
unit.
Everybody.
I know. That's what we got it.
Anyway, the bird seed this week.
Bird seed, give it to us.
Do what you can do this week to help raise the priority level of your commitment in your relationship.
What can you do this week to raise the priority level?
Yeah, I was trying to think about what's the level we're raising. We're raising the
Priority
level of your commitment to
your relationship. The commitment to your relationship. That I choose, making them right choices. If you're going to be in it, make the choices that
Where's
make
the
you and
evidence?
keep you in it. Where's the evidence?
Let's see some evidence.
Yes.
Let's see some evidence this week.
Yes,
if it's
right.
not there, some of you have good evidence.
Yeah.
I see your evidence.
Bring it to light.
I see a little evidence. I see evidence. I see a little evidence. He said good seeds. I see your evidence. But what can you do this week to raise the priority level
I know, boy,
of your
yes.
commitment
That is
in
yes.
your relationship? We love you guys.
We
Thanks
love you
for hanging
guys,
in there
man.
with
Once
us
again,
tonight.
Yes.
We're your
Love
LoveByrds.
I'm William Bird.
I'm Darlene Bird. Together we love people and we love love.
And we love you. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Make it a
See you
great
guys
week.
next one.